Hello, hello, Eurovision Fam. It is I, Lili Love Stuff, and today we have a treat for you all. I have with me Arena and two members of Erina The Elementals who'll be competing at Festivali Këngës this month. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on Altin and Arena now. So hello, how are you all doing today?
Hi, hi,
Hello.
hello.
Hi.
Thank you for
Um,
having us.
oh,
How are you?
thank you. I'm fine, thank you. I know we're about like a week and a half, 2 weeks out from Festivali Këngës now.
Yeah.
Are you guys like getting your prep on, just kind of getting things together, be ready to go?
Yeah, like the rehearsal has started quite a while ago, 2 weeks ago. Our first rehearsal though was yesterday, because since at the moment I'm studying in the UK and the band is in Albania, I could just arrive yesterday. But we've been working a lot on the thing, also reaching out to people, to Eurovision fans, spreading other words about songs in the community. So it's kind of been a full-on campaign for us since September when the song got submitted up until now. Both musical, both kind of developing the brand of the band and reaching out to people. So it's full-on war for us now.
So what made you realize that you had the song that you wanted to submit to the festival?
Uh, well, actually, we've got like plenty of songs, but this one was different. We were rehearsing, and at some point, the song came up totally naturally, and we were like, "Guys, that's the song we should participate at the festival." So that's how it came, and that's how we realized because it was so natural, and we felt so good performing it, and we're like, "That's the one."
There's just
Oh,
something about like because artists have different repertoires in the sense because me and Erina have been working together for a lot, but the name of
A long
this
time.
formation is new because we finally, after a long time, we managed to find also the other right members and things are starting to feel right. And we had a few songs that we had written before, and this was an idea that was born years ago. But then we started playing with the other guys from the band, and it came out something totally different. But you just know sometimes that that is the one, like that. You know that even though it's yours, it's like there's just something about it that the other songs don't have. You know, there's just something that hits you about it in the moment. That's how we felt about it.
oh yeah, totally. I totally get that there. And the name of the song is "Get to the Sky." Could you kind of tell us a little bit about like what that song like the title means and what that song means to you?
Well,
Yeah, the title. Yeah, Arina, you can go first. Don't worry.
you go for it. Since he wrote the song, probably he knows better.
So the song, actually, first the title of the song, we started to write it in English. Before it was an idea for the festival, before it was just a song for our first album, and the name of the song was 27. And 27 related to the lives of the people who tragically killed themselves at 27, all the rock and roll stars, from Jimi Hendrix to Amy Winehouse to everybody else. But it was not treated in the sense of glorifying their death. Like the way that I perceived it, it was not glorifying the hymn of their death, but in the way telling that there were people who were troubled at a certain part of their life, and even though they were the famous stars, they needed help. They needed somebody to bring them up. And in the sense that their life was always that was on the edge of making a decision. But when we started writing it in Albania, we felt that it wouldn't make much sense in Albanian. And the way that we brought it to Albanian, we gave it another meaning was the Jetën sky, which basically is life on the edge. And on the chorus of the song, we're going to give you a big spoiler now. The chorus of the song basically is a long note, Jetën sky, which practically was 27 in English. The way that we perceived it now in Albanian is it's told from a perspective of a young woman, of a young man who always had a dream, and the dream was to become a rock star or to become famous in his field. And now he's 28 or she is 28 years old, and they realize that these people changed the world at 27, but now I'm still going at my job, I'm still living my ordinary life. And they're about at this point, they say that, is there any meaning to what I'm doing? Should I go on with this or should I not go on with this? So it's kind of a message of hope in a sense, but taken from the sad perspective of the people who left us very early. This is kind of a short story of it.
Okay, that's so cool. I'm sorry. Like it's like one of those things where
Thank you.
um it's like I love the idea. Like I just want to like give you a moment to say I love the idea so much. And I have like a fascination with the 27 Club as well. So I kind of like
Mm,
it's that whole thing because you guys mostly do rock music. So like is
mhm.
this like I listened to like your songs that you had like as released as singles so far. And one of them was like an acoustic one that was like the Back to Home. And like kind of had a very it kind of made me think like a bit of like 90s vibe, like in a great way. Like that kind of classic listening to the radio vibe there. And then the other one that was online was I apologize if I mispronounced this. It was a Scarandebu Trimibatrina, which was like a little
Yes,
more
that's
harder. It's
yes,
like
that's a tribute. That's an old Albanian song from our hero
okay.
Skanderbeg. We did it for our national celebration day. In a sense, we made the metal kind of.
Okay, so it's like a kind of a cover.
It's a cover, yeah.
It's
Okay,
a
cool.
rearrangement of a very like it's a soundtrack of a movie, but it's taken from very ancient Albanian motifs. So it's kind of arrangement of an old Albanian cover.
Oh, that's super cool. Sorry. And so with those two, they kind of like are contrasting. One was that softer acoustic sound, and the other was, something like a little more hard rocking. Would you say this, your entry for Festivali Këngës, Jetën the Sky is more on the hard rock side or more like the softer acoustic side? If you want to give us another little spoiler.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I'd love Arena to get her perspective on that because I'm just gonna say a few words first because the our band or our music taste band is kind of inspired from the sense that we all have different music taste and backgrounds. So basically, my music taste comes from a lot of progressive rock things. Like I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan, I'm a huge Steel fan, I'm a loose acoustic Johnny Mitchell singer songwriter fan, blues fan, and all that. Well, Arena stands mostly on the powerful side. Also, I also love my hard rock and everything. And back home, I would also describe Back Home as sweet but with a bite. And the reason that Back Home was the first one to get published was because it was the first one that we felt this is complete and we want to go about it because there was a huge emotion like behind Back Home when it first was written. But most of our repertoire in the other songs is heavier songs, and the way that I describe them is smart, heavy, but also rough, also rough. But then I would want Arena like to give the perspective of the genre of the song and all that.
Uh, well, as Altin said, like I'm more into rock and roll, power metal, and epical metal. Let's say I've been listening this kind of music, and I've been performing this kind of music. But in our band, we are like mixing different kind of genres, like all different genres, and it came out like a beautiful music. We cannot define it like it's rock, soft
Exactly.
rock, but you can find it everything mixed together on it. Even the song that we're about to perform, it's like more into rock and roll. You would find some symphonical music in it. Like it's all different on it. We cannot define it. It's that kind of music or it's that kind of music.
If I
It's
would
like
Y-
describe
we
it in a
mix up
certain
genres.
way, just
Yeah.
think about I don't know how to put this like uh, heavy, groovy, but with a sweet, with a bittersweet touch to it. This is
Okay,
the way
because
that I would describe the thing
so
in
it
a
sounds
sense.
like you play with genre a lot, and I
Mhm.
love that. Like that's so much fun. Just like you never know what you're gonna get necessarily, but it's always gonna be good. It's kind of like the vibe you go for.
Yeah, because we kind of there's a thing though that we were really thinking through about it because since it's bands have this kind of pattern in a sense that you work a lot to find the stuff to develop your style. And in the sense, we got through different lineup, different formations, had a bunch of songs. But the thing was, we were always trying to think about, oh, what's the style we have to go through, what's through that. Then, going through years about it and actually looking up to other artists and all that, we figured out that it's not that. You do your thing, and that thing takes its meaning after a while, in a sense. So now we just went for whatever we felt right, and then the branding, in the sense, or the style was just the aftermath of it. We just stopped following the logic of what style should be, and we just started releasing the things and doing the things, and then the meaning or the word would kind of come behind that. That's the way that we're perceiving it now.
So what made you guys want to decide to, go to Festivali Këngës and potentially represent Albania at Eurovision?
Well, first of all, is that in Albania, Festivali Këngës is like a huge tradition that's generational. It started from the 60s. So it's like Sanremo in Italy. It's like a gathering point for good music in a sense. Even though year after year the pattern changed, that's one of the first reasons because we wanted to take it there. And the main reason was not that because, oh, there's a lot of people watching and want to promote our song, but it was because it's kind of but as if you're staying in London and you want to play the Royal Albert Hall. Every band wants to play the Royal Albert Hall at a certain point in life. And the second reason, which is more personal for us, is that we really want to shake up the way that Albanian music now works and the way that the industry works because we we're very new to the whole concept of industry. And as a person myself, I'm work in the field. I started my own thing in the field, also studying London in the field. And I really want to give the chance to artists coming from the underground scene, starting a new music scene in Albania. Because things now tend to be still a bit more formalized and there's not that much space for new artists to come in. This year it's very different because the people organizing the festival this year are good people. And that is very, there are good people that came from the underground scene. Boyke Lako, the artistic director, is one of the probably arguably the most important alternative rock artist in Albanian history, in a sense that they're really giving good opportunity to people that, and we really want to shake up the foundations of that in a sense. So we promote music coming from the top, from the ground up, like from the people up. This is my two missions in a sense. But I really want Erina to continue her thing because we really had a long chat about this a long time ago. I really loved it.
Oh no, I think that's a beautiful thing, wanting to inspire the youth and participate, and well, at the same time participating in something so prestigious and long running. I think that's just a beautiful thing to want to be a part of there. And so, what would it mean for you all to represent Albania if you were to win Festivali Këngës?
Erina,
Well,
your turn.
okay. So, to be honest, that's like a very big thing. If it could happen to us, like representing Albania in Eurovision this year, it would be such a blast. As Altin said, it would be such a difference, like because we are bringing something totally different from previous songs presenting Albania at Eurovision. So we are closer to rock and roll, to youth, to something different, and it would be very important for us, like such a big step to go there, and we would be like very pleased to do it. But at the moment we're just like enjoying the whole journey of it.
My take on it is this: that I think that we come from a different coming point than most artists that took part in Festivali Këngës, because we come from the local scene. Musicians from the local scene that play with each other. Most people who take part in Festivali Këngës are not from the local scene. It's people who rarely perform in a sense usually. They have the song in Festivali Këngës, established artists that mostly live abroad and all that. Now, I think it in a way that this year it's the year that we can in and we want to go there with a shake and with a blast. I am really confident. You say it might sound like a bit far-fetched. I'm really confident that if not this time, one time in the near future, we will be representing Albania in Eurovision, because the way that I perceive that the band is going and our music is going, and the way that we are coming in the Albanian music section, I think that if not this year, our turn will come. But the most important thing that I perceive this year is that we want to be those guys that, even though we don't represent Albania in Eurovision, we want to be those guys that represent all the other musicians, our friends, everybody who's coming out from the underground music scene, saying that, okay, those guys are there, those guys are cool. It's not a matter of us being cool, but those guys are cool, those
Or
guys are there.
kind.
So what? Or yeah, but it's that the way that they perceive us, that those guys are cool, those guys are there. Why are not we there also? So we just want to inspire them that to write the song and come next year. And even if not Festivali Këngës, we just want to be there present, so the people who are like us that came from where we came from do the same thing. So they don't think that, oh, there's a big wall to get to Festivali Këngës, there's this big competition or all that. Just do it. Like, you just want to be there, like leading the underdogs. All right, makes sense. That's our goal.
I know that makes total sense to me. Like, be aspirational for others as well. I think that's. I keep saying it's beautiful, but I love, like, the positivity and the message that you all are bringing. It really resonates with myself personally as
Thank
well.
you.
And just kind of now we're gonna go into some more questions, kind of like specific to our kind of vibe.
Mhm.
So our site, Eurovision Fam, is by people who don't compete at Eurovision for people from countries that don't compete. So our staff is all made up of people who aren't in the contest. So how does it feel knowing that you're kind of getting the international attention of people who don't even compete at Eurovision?
Our music, when we release our music, we never thought about it into perspective that we want people that our market or that could see us or vote for us or whatever to see it. I always believe that it will resonate with people who are like us. If it resonated for me, Erina, and Arvid, the band, it will resonate for people who share our message. So we believe that I find it even more beautiful, like even in another level of gratefulness on how we feel that people who are outside the Eurovision or the European will listen to our music. I'm just very grateful for it in a sense. Like it's just even more grateful for it. Like in a sense that people who would never ever have heard about us or anything might have some ears and some eyes to us. It's just great. We just feel grateful about it.
All right. Is there a country outside of Europe or Australia that you guys would like to perform in?
So you were saying a country that we want to perform in?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, like a country you want to perform in that's not in Europe or
Ah,
Australia.
oh, I mean, I'd love to perform in the US. To be honest, I'd love to perform in the US because it's kind of a lot of our rock and roll heroes are from there, and I'm just imagining the band performing in Nashville in the big music scene or that, but not because the fact that it's the US and it's the big market and it's the fact that there's a lot of people in the industry there, but it's because it's really close to the way that to our heroes and how we grew up in a sense, just sharing those scenes that they share. That's it's kind of a big dream for everyone.
Well, as someone in the US, I'd be very happy to have you all perform here one
Thank
day
you.
and travel to see you guys. And then, do you have any message for the rest of the world viewers? Like anyone, like like you said, our site kind of is catering towards the rest of the world. Now that we have the rest of the world vote at Eurovision, like, give any any message for the people in the rest of the world?
Well, my message would be that first of all, I mean, first of all, it's not a message. First of all, is a I'm grateful that you guys are lending your ears to us. And I really appreciate that people who are into discovering new music are a fundamental core of music and its essence, because you're the people who spread it out to the others. If it's not for you that listen to it and spread it out and say, oh, this song is cool, these guys are cool, you should listen to them, we wouldn't have happened, nobody would have ever have happened. So my message would be to just keep being fabulous, keep being cool, keep experimenting, because it's you that drive new genres, it's you that drive every possible change that we guys might then come to deliver and to serve you with good music.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me here on
Thank you.
this little interview. And I just gotta say, break a leg when it comes to Festivali, Këngës.
Thank you.
And we'll be rooting for you here on the site. So thank you so much again
Thank
for
you. Thank
joining
you,
us
Thank you
here.
so
sir.
much.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right, so thank you all. If you're watching this on YouTube, of course, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and check out their YouTube channel. It's Erina and Elementals. I'll go ahead and have a link in the cards and the description box as well, because they have some pretty cool covers. I'm not going to lie, your covers are really a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I was listening to a couple of them, getting ready for everything here today, and thank you again for joining us. So, see you guys
Yes, and we
soon.
can't wait to share our album with you like as soon as it goes out. Festivali Këngës will be the jump point, but the cool part is still to come.
Do you have tentative release date for the album, or about when we can expect that?
So we're gonna release a couple of more singles in January, and then come spring, the album will be out.
All right, so I know I'll be looking out for that. And I
Thank
hope
you.
that everyone who is watching this is looking out for that album as well. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment as well, it really helps out. And don't forget to check out Arena and the Elementals. I'll again have a link in the cards and the description box below as well to their channel and to their socials. Thank you again. See you guys later. Bye.